Hello and welcome to another tutorial, this time on Gerudo Training Ground. By far my favorite dungeon in the game. I have somewhat of a reputation of liking the dungeon. You're probably surprised I'm using the same shirts because there's a back-to-back. I just recorded Ice Cavern, now I'm going for GTG. And time allowing, I'm probably going to go for Spirit Temple and then finish up all the dungeons that I wanted to do when I started the series. Alright? So, obviously I'm up here, but we're not going to start from here. You usually are going to be arrested in some capacity as you come inside. If you come through Reverse Wasteland, you're going to come through there and get arrested through the gate. If you come through here, there is a way that you can not get arrested here. Let me see if I don't. Like, if you come with Epona or by foot from Gerudo Valley over there, and you come hugging this wall and never look to your right, this is important, you're never going to load the guard. So she's not going to see you at all. See, I'm going to stand here and nobody's going to catch me. If I look to the right, then I'm going to load the guard and she's going to see me and then I'm going to get arrested. Like so. See? So basically, if you do not want to get arrested at all, you can just hug the wall and then enter the door, and there you go. You're golden. Alright. If you have a long shot, which I do have in my possession right now, you probably want to get arrested because you can do the long shot extension, which I'm going to show, and it's the fastest way to get to the PR chest. So you want to hook shot up here, or actually long shot up. You line up with the ball, do a side hop, and then ledge grab. After you come up, you're going to do a neutral roll and a vertical attack. Now, in quick succession, 3 times you're going to do a horizontal slash, either to your left or to your right, and hold shield right after. So 1, 2, 3. Now you should turn to your left. There you go. Now you want to I'm missing the word. Oh, you do not want to have your sword pulled out. I forgot the word. As you guys know, I'm Brazilian, so my vocabulary sometimes fails me. You can also pull out your hook shot or put out the sword, doesn't matter. You're going to do 2 neutrals. 1, 2, there you go. This is a perfect position. Now, you want to long shot up to the chest, but you do not quite reach, as you can see. Now we're going to do a long shot extension. What is this? I'm going to hold down on my controller, like so. And as I'm holding down, I'm going to quickly press put out, which is A in this case, and the hookshot button. This has to be done 1 frame apart. So I like doing, let me see if I can show you the controller here. I like having a grip like this. So I hold forward, and then I'm quickly going to tap A and hookshot with my index and middle fingers, like so. This doesn't work. This didn't work, actually. You can see that it worked because you have an audio cue. Your hook shot is going to get armed very fast. It's going to be like immediately. Let's see if I get it. Didn't work. As you can see, I heard the do and then black after. So the audio cues are precise, but I'm trying to verbalize as much as possible. Let's try again. This worked. This worked because, as you can see, as the do was going through, the flag went in between the audio getting played. So I know I got the hookshot extension, and as you can see, this is going to show me a dot on the chest, and this is going to be enough to reach it. Alright? So this is not super precise. I mean, the setup is precise, but the hookshot extension you can miss however many times you like, and once you get it, you're golden, you can get the chest. Obviously, this makes so that you don't have to go all the way around. If you do not have the... I actually have to put... Well, anyways, you're gonna defeat this guy right after, or the guard, and get the key. Next up, if you do not have a long shot, or you do not want to do the long shot extension, you're gonna come out through this door. What I like doing is lining up with this window over here, and then shooting up on the very top over there, and then I can let grab. Once again, only a long shot. The long shot is required to do the shot. If you do not, you're going to come with your measly hook shot or no hook shot at all, walking around through there and there and there. And there's a guard over here. I don't have the Gerudo card just yet, that's why I'm being careful. Anyways, you're going to go past that guard, And you want to get to the same position where I was in, which is there. You can do this easily with the hover boots, like so. And then I'm basically in the same position, alright? Which I shot up my long shot to. If you do not have a hover boots, this is a somewhat precise jump, not super precise or anything, but you want to have a good heading. So I like coming up like right so. Let me save a state, and then lining up with C up. And this should be good. It wasn't good. Let's try again. There we go. You can eyeball it. It's not the easiest jump in my estimation, but you can do it. Alright, coming up, you wanna jump through this ledge here. A very easy jump, don't mind it. If you have a long shot, next up you wanna do this. Roll jump, he's gonna ledge grab, and then you roll like 3 or 4 times up to this point here. And then you shoot the chest, and there you go. Alright, if you do not have a long shot, next up you're gonna climb this vine either with a hook shot or manually. And then your options next up are gonna be calling Pierre if you have a hook shot. To call Pierre, I like backwalking to the spot, then climbing and holding target, because this is gonna be the closest I can get to the ledge itself. And as I call Pierre, my hook shot is gonna hit him 100% of the time. If you have hover boots, obviously you can hover through the gap, and there you go, it's pretty easy. I'm gonna cheat myself into a Gerudo card right now, because I don't wanna save all the 4 carpenters. As you guys know, this is the vanilla game. Do I have a Gerudo card? Seems like it. Let's see. Please don't arrest me. Maybe I have to load and unload the area, I'm not sure. We'll see. I got arrested. What the fuck? Okay. Card keep from outer space, man. Quest items. Isn't this the Gerudo card? Am I missing something? Okay, supposedly I have the Gerudo card now. Let's try and not get arrested again. Can I please? I can simply... I'm actually being silly, sorry. I forgot I can warp in the practice room. This is my bad. Anyways, I'm gonna warp to dungeons. Gerudo Training Ground. There you go. I don't need the... See? I don't need it at all. Alright. So you have a couple routes that you can choose here in GTG. I'm gonna explain them verbally. Alright. So it really depends on how many items you need and at what point in the run you are. So let's say you are 1 item away from gold, alright? If you only need 1 item, you don't want to necessarily full clear the dungeon. You only want to do however many checks are necessary until you find the item, and then you're out of here. In that case, you probably want to start from the right side if you have Song of Time. Why is that? Because that way you can do the Beamos check and then 3 checks on the right side of the maze, and then you hookshot over to the slugs and you do 2 more checks there. So that is 6 checks that you can do in quick succession. It's not going to take you more than 2 minutes for sure. Alright? If you need more than, well, you can even after that, you can save and quit or use forwards when here on the entrance, and go to the middle maze and try going to the left side however many doors you can with these small keys you acquired and see if you find the item. Finally, you're going to have to beat the bullets and go to the left side. Left side is lower if you are only looking for items, or 1 item in that case, but if you want to full clear the dungeon, then going to the left side is faster because you're going to avoid as many save resets as you can. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys the full clear route, which is the more usual route you're going to do here in GTG if you're missing 2 or more items. So you're going to start here shooting up your bow on the side. You can open this chest, but in terms of movement, it's more efficient to simply come to this chest over here, ignoring that one because you're gonna get it on the way back. Forget it though. Right, so we're coming up to the Stalfo's room. Stalfo's room, pretty easy. Like if you're used to the Forest Temple, there's nothing special here. Like rolling up to this part where you don't go inside the quicksand. And just park crouch stab them 3 times with your Master Sword, or 2 times with your Big Horn Sword, and that's it. There's not really much I can optimize here or say to you guys. You wait up for the chest, it's gonna fall right in front of you, and you keep going your merry way. Right now we come up to the Hookshotless. I'm gonna save a state here. Come up to the Hookshotless GTG. Very important trick. One that I do very frequently, I would say, like in 20%, 30% of my runs. The GTG is a very check dense place. It's only second to bottom of the bottom of the game. In terms of checks, it has more checks than bottom of the row, but in terms of checks per minute, it takes more time to clear GTG, and also it takes more time to reach GTG. So the CPM here is a bit lower than bottom of the ball. After that, second best dungeon in the game. So that's why it's my favorite by far. And if you do not have a hookshot, it doesn't necessarily mean you want to leave out the items that come after this door, because they may be required in the future. So I'm going to show you first the hookshot available route, and then we're going to show the hookshotless. Have a hookshot, you're going to come up, line up with this wall, power crouch step once, and then you want to line up with the very bottom left here. Spam sword, either big or master, doesn't matter. You're going to go over the firewall, collect this rupee, try to dodge this boulder if you were fast enough. Now you jump to this rupee here. In terms of execution, I would say GTG is like one of the highlights I have in terms of dungeons. One of the best differentials I have. You grab this one. It's faster to side hop if you do it frame perfect, and then you just shoot up there, and there you go. The room is complete. Well, if you do not have a hookshot, well then you're gonna have to do this. You can't grab the rupee above me right now, obviously, because you don't have the hookshot. So we're gonna go right through. The route is gonna be the same, all right? Pretty much the same. So you grab this one, go back. This time it's easier to dodge the boulder because you didn't get hit by the firewall at all. Grab this one. Grab this one. Dodge the boulder. Alright. Now for the last rupee, I'm gonna save a state here. We have a couple of setups. I'm gonna show you my first preferred setup, which is lining up with this wall. Now you vertical slash, horizontal slash, side hop all the way to your left. Shield turn, 2 power crouch steps, ear speed. If you do not listen to the floor master or the wall master rather coming for you, you want to walk to your right ever so slightly. Do not go too much, like so. This is wrong. Let me do the setup again. There we go. So you walk to your right, use target for that, and once he grabs you, as he's grabbing you, you're going to collect the silver rupee up there. And once you re-enter the room, you see the timer is not there at all. So you successfully navigated the silver rupees room without a hookshot, also known as Hookshotless GTG. See, no timer, no silver rupees, great stuff. Second setup, it's not my preferred one, but works. You're gonna line up sorta kinda in this line here. Now, one, oops, hang on. This should be good. Unless my initial position was bad. The idea is generally that. I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna see if it worked. I thought it was a bit to the right there. That's why I'm not so sure. Yeah, it didn't work. Let's try again. Basically, what you want is the lineup here should be good. That is the crucial point. I think it's this line here, right here. 1, 2, 3. I think this is good. Yeah. Like the horizontal position there, I have it kind of memorized, so I know if it's gonna work or not. Let's see. And it worked. Great stuff. So let me explain the setup, right? So we want to line up the top of your head with this line over here. The wall master is going to come for you here, so you have to do it decently fast, right? After lining up, one side hop, You have to shield flick, because if you don't shield flick, it's going to do a diagonal neutral, which is not what you want, like so, right? So you have to shield flick really fast, or you can target retarget, either or. Now 1, 2, 3 neutrals. I'm not pushing on the stick at all, and then he's going to grab you, and you're going to grab the rupee right above your position. Okay. These two setups are pretty good. Choose whichever one you prefer. Now we're coming up to the flame wall skip. There's a flame wall here, and it's not going to let us through. What can we do? I have a couple setups. There's a visual setup. Basically, people line over here, and then they see up. Try to kind of try rolling through. I'm not a fan of that. My setup is this. I line up with this wall, shield turn. Now side hop the neutral and retarget. And then I walk a bit to the left, and then spam, ideally frame perfect, side hop to my left position. Didn't work, so I just try again. This is not the correct heading, hang on. There we go, side hop, walk a bit forward. And there we go. There are different setups, I recommend you guys look them up. Not super familiar with different setups. That's why I use this one. Maybe I should learn another one, probably. My success rate with this one is pretty good though. As you can see, we skipped the wall pretty handily. Alright, let's go to the Wolfo's room. This room here, you have a variety of strategies. It really depends. Like, if you have a big orange sword, you probably want to come right to the middle here. You activate all 4 Wolfos, wait for them to attack you, and then you do a quick spin attack, and you probably kill all 4 of them, or at least severely damage them. This is a strat. There you go. If you have a Master Sword, and that obviously doesn't work as well, you can simply tackle the Wolfos one by one, like I do right here. Generally, if you target them, they attack you immediately, so you just back walk a little bit, and then you forward stab. There you go. And finally, you have the option of using Deku Nuts, which is pretty good as well. Like, you can Deku Nut the guy. If they're vulnerable, you're gonna stun a bunch of them, and then you simply roll to their backs and attack. You're usually gonna stun 1 or 2 of them. There we go. There we go. Okay, so that's a variety of strategies you can use in this room. I'm coming up to the silver block room. Obviously, you guys know there's hookshot targets over there. I can equip my lance here if you guys really want to make sure that there is a hookshot target over there, right? You want to hit with your hookshot. If you have a hookshot, pretty simple. You simply hit it, and then you press this button here, and it's gonna open up the door there that's blocked by the silver rupees, or actually the silver gauntlets. If you do not have the silver gauntlets, what I like using in this spot is using Furor's Wind. It's going to be set for that door over there. And once I get silver gauntlets in the future, I'm going to be right here. I simply have to push the block, and there we go. Keep on with my life. I do not quite have the silver gauntlets just yet, so I'm going to equip them, or cheat their way into my inventory, I should say. There we go. Even golden gauntlets. This is very slow. There we go. Actually, you want to get the big orange sword here as well. Okay, this should be good. Alright. Continuing up with our Hookshotless GTG. So I explained you guys how to go through that room without a hookshot. And as it turns out, there is also a way to come through this room without a hookshot. You can either use bombs, which is very, very easy. I'm going to show you guys. You just come up to this door, and then you do a ground jump. Line up. Oh, you guys can somewhat see that there's a clear division here. There's a line here, and then there's another line over here. Just stand in the middle, ground jump. There you go, ledge grab. Pretty simple. Now you step on the button, go back if you have the silver gauntlets, obviously, and then you do the room. Well, if you do not have bombs or hookshot, well, then you are in a bit of a pickle, but I can help you with the hover boots as well. So with the hover boots, you wanna backflip on top of the chest, like so. Dang, it's a bit precise because he... Okay, good stuff. And now you want to line up with the wall over there. And you want to try to kind of grab a little bit of speed to your back. I'm going to save a state here and then run forward like so. That was too much. That was too much again. Oh shit, I saved state. That was my bad. Okay, this is good. Line up, save state. There we go. Alright, so you just wanna walk just a tad bit, and then you hold forward, and you're gonna ledge grab. This is something that you really have to practice on your own before you really get the feeling for it. It seems complicated, it's not complicated at all, but you have to practice a whole lot. Right, coming up to the light room. If you have Big Orange Sword, this room is absolutely free, so I'm gonna equip it. I like storing a jump slash before I enter. I'm gonna save state here. Then as I come in, 3 power crouch stabs. So 1, 2, oops, 2 and 3. If you miss, no problem, just hit him right after. Or not, I suppose. Let me try again. Cleaner execution. Alright, this is how the room should look. Then you grab this chest over here. And then you can hookshot up to this ledge, or you can climb it simply, get the other 2 chests. There you go, no problem. But if you have a Master Sword, you can do the same strat, but it is more precise because you have less distance to reach the like, so it's not as easy. Let me try it. The next 2 are pretty easy, but the first one, sometimes it grabs me, sometimes it doesn't. It's not super precise, but anyways, you have more than enough time to grab this chest before the other ones spawn. Maybe a safer strategy here would be to store and then ignore the first like, go for the second, and then after he attacks, you go for the first, and finally go for the third. This is safer because the second like doesn't start his attack or his sucking immediately as you enter the room, so it's harder for you to get digested, should I say. Alright, you grab these chests, and now you come back here, continuing up with our GTG. Have a hook shot, you shoot up. If you have bombs, you ground jump. If you have hover boots, you do the little hover trick there again. We come up to this room right here, which is the Spinny Eyes room. Save a state here. There's a normal strategy here would be to roll, then you go up to this corner over here, then you shoot both eyes from this position, and you roll, go to the opposite side and do the same thing. Okay, there's a somewhat fancy strat. It's just for show. It's not really necessary, but you can roll up to this spot over here and then do it. Let me try again. Oh, I need to equip the hovers, right? This is not necessary at all, you know, it's just for show. You have to be able to unequip the hover boots fast, which you can do with the D-pad, as you guys know. And I can't quite do here in the... Dang, I loaded state. Okay, let me try unequipping here on the menu. Great stuff. So if you stand on top here, you can do the same thing. It's just fancier, really. It doesn't make a whole lot of difference, but it's up to you. Then you shoot here, there you go. Chest spawns, you get the chest, then what do? You just void out. Voiding out, you can do this room over here that opened up. This is a good room if you're doing CSMC, which is chest size matches contents, because here you can not only look to the forward chest to your front, which is the first chest to the left side of the maze. You can see if it's a big chest, a small key chest, yada yada yada. Also, you can look down and see the big chest smack dab in the middle of the maze, right? So if you're doing CSMC, you can attain information on these 2 chests. That's pretty much it. I guess you could try to look to the other one. Let me see if you can. Not quite. Maybe from this spot. Yeah, it's hard. Like, it's there. I can see it. But it's not as clear. Anyway. Thanks, Jack Neo. Thanks for the sub at Prime, by the way. I'm recording a video right now, so I'm not quite answering to the chat, and the chat is not showing up. This is going to my YouTube channel, but after this video is not gonna give you guys all the attention you deserve. Well, anyways, coming up to the slug room, this room can be done from the other side, as I've talked in the beginning, if you're doing the CPM, or the checks per minute route, which I talked about if you're looking for a single item. And up here, there's a couple of strategies. They're very, very little in terms of speed. You can kill this guy, the bat is going to come for you. The spinning attack here, you kill both of them. I grab my first magic jar in the run, apparently. Then you kill this bat with Z targets, and there you go. Alright? You can try attracting the first slug and then go into the second and killing the 2 slugs and the bat. Thank you. And the bat with a single spinning attack. That's slightly faster, a bit fancier, but really doesn't make a whole lot of difference. Grab that chest, this one. Supposedly you think you need a hammer, but not really. Just roll into it, and during the iframes you simply spam A and you can grab the chest. Same technique we are going to use in the Spirit Temple. Right, now we come up to the toilet room. I like doing toilets starting from this door. I'm going to explain why. Because if you come from this door over here, you grab this rupee, and then you grab all the other 3 rupees, this one, that one, and the other one, before you go for this final one, which, if you do not have hovers, you cannot get out of that platform easily, because it's too far out from this middle one. Alright? So if you can, I recommend you start from here, because it's way less punishing if you miss any movements. So grab this rupee over here, you jump over here, get this one. If you have hover boots, this is very, very simple, as you can imagine. If you do not, you fall, as I did. One thing that you're gonna have to do anyways, if you do not have hovers, is spawning the block of time, so you can do it at this precise moment here. I have to equip my ocarina using the menu. If you have hovers, obviously you can just hover through the platforms. It's pretty simple. I don't really need to show it, I believe it's self-explanatory. If you don't, you just spawn the block of time, grab this rupee, and you grab this one. Now I have a fancy jump, let me try and do it. You can save a state here. I have a somewhat fancy jump that you can go straight from the button to the top block. Like so, alright. If you're not confident with it, you can simply go to the previous platform and then jump on the lower block and then on the top block. You have more than enough time, there's no problem at all. The reason you do this is because, try as you might, you're gonna fall, but you also can't reach the platform there with a single jump, with a simple jump, so that's one thing you have to consider. Welcome up to the toilet, everyone's favorite room. It's not as bad as people make it out to be honest with you. The bad thing is that the toilet check plus getting the silver rupees in the previous room, that put together is very slow. But toilet by itself, it's okay in my estimation. Fast way to do toilet, you're gonna hold target and swim as you have target held. I can't do this in the prac room, but I can do it using the menu and pause buffering a target. There we go. Now you can swim as you go down. You want to go back immediately and collect this rupee. Then this one, then the one on the floor. Then you want to equip your irons. You go for this next lower rupee here. And if you don't manage to grab it, you can hold target and re-equip your hover boots and swim through. And then finally grab this one. As you can see, I did this in a single pass, right? I never stopped to, I don't know, kill any enemies, do anything that you might think is necessary, because it really isn't. This room can be done in a single pass with like 4 hearts. You don't need more than 4 hearts to do toilet. That's why there is no Zoratonic requirement for this check, in particular in Logic, alright? The only check that requires Zoratonic in Logic is the Central Pillar in Water Temple. That's the only one. Right, so you would probably have done this right side of the maze before doing toilet, right? Just to make sure. So grab that chest, grab the other one. There's nothing I can really add to this section here. Pretty simple. And finally we come to the Beamos here. Now, strategies for Les Alphos, especially, or the Nofos, I think they're called. If you have nuts, it's by far the best strat in my estimation. Just throw a bomb way there. Throw nuts. They don't have shield, so they can't block. So just store, jump slash, and you just keep on stunning and power crowd stabbing them. It's pretty simple. If you don't, you can use spin attacks, quick spins. Second best method to kill them, I would say. And there you go. Your chest is here, you grab it, and we're almost done with GTG, aren't we? As you finish your loop, you grab this chest over here, and then you go into the left maze. And really, there's not much I can tell you guys. The only thing that I can say is that if you do not have Song of Time, you probably want to save in this spot here. So you save, and then you go to the right side first. So you spend 2 small keys here, and you do 3 checks, which is going to be the freestanding one plus these 2 chests, this one and that one. And if you do not have it, if you do not get any key items, or if you do not get at least 2 small keys, this means you spent 2 small keys and got less than 2 small keys, you reset, go to the beginning of the maze and go to the left side only. This is very important because, say, Song of Time is on OoT, alright? And there is a small key in toilet, so you probably are going to have to do toilet in the future to reach the central chest. And you do not want that at all, alright? So be very careful, save scumming these keys on the right side of the maze before you go through the left side. And that's pretty much it. This is all I know about GTG. It's my favorite dungeon in the game. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll be back next time for the Spirit Temple, which is our season finale, if you will. Alright, thanks, and see you. Bye-bye.